Hello, everybody. It's the Jose Candelario show. I'm with another candidate for mayor, but this time for the town of Hamden, right?
Town of Hamden,
Okay.
correct.
Sean Howard. No, but Sean is...
Lushonda D. Howard is my name.
Okay, that's the
But
government.
everybody calls me Sean. So I have to say both, because you say Lushonda, they don't even know who you're talking about. Sean.
Yeah, because I'm looking on Facebook and I'm like, wait a second. Oh, no, when I was doing the mayoral introduction the other day, I was like, who is Lushonda?
Nobody knows me as Lushonda. So I had to try to change that because Lushonda D. Howard is what's on the ballot.
Okay, all right. Are you from Hamden?
I am not from Hamden.
Where
I
you come
lived
from?
in Hamden for 8 years. I'm originally from Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, man.
But I grew up all over the world because my father is also a veteran of the United States Army.
Okay.
And I am a veteran of the United States Navy.
What made you choose Hamden?
I didn't choose Hamden. Hamden chose me. I lived in New Haven for 14 years. Mm-hmm. I wanted a change. So I was looking to buy a house, and I wanted to buy a house in a town that was family friendly, that was diverse, and was suburban. What other place in Hamden, which is right next door to New Haven, so I still had the access to New Haven and all that New Haven offers, but then I also had a more suburban setting with trees and birds in Hamden.
But that's every parent's idea, right?
Absolutely.
A good education system. These are how you base your decisions on.
Yes.
Education system, affordability, housing, because the housing market in New Haven is ridiculous.
Right.
There's a certain level of affordability that still exists in Hamden, which is kind of crazy.
Absolutely. And 8 years ago, it wasn't as bad as it is now. But even then, I was concerned. Even then, my taxes, I was like, wow, it's a nice house, but these taxes are
But the taxes are high everywhere.
They are. They are.
People want to make it sound like, oh, my taxes are high here. But, I mean, if you try to live in New York or even all the way out to Yonkers, you're still paying it. You all the way through Fairfield County, you're still paying a pretty penny in taxes no matter where you are in this country.
Agree. And it's probably why a lot of New Yorkers are moving to Hamden area.
Stop it.
Yes. My street, I have about 2 or 3 New Yorkers that move because although it's high for us, it's significantly lower for them to move to Hamden.
It's pennies.
Right.
It's pennies on the dollar for what they're making because they're also making a lot more money because there's more jobs is still in the city versus there is in the local economy, which is something also that's crazy. So what made you join the military? Because that's a tough... I mean, granted, you said that your father was a vet, so that could have done, played a little part.
I'll be very transparent. So I attended school at Florida A&M University right after high school. And I had too much fun at FAMU. And my parents was like, oh, you're going to be paying for college on your own because these grades aren't reflecting the prices that we're paying. And I said, you know what? I don't know if I want to go back. So it was summertime. I was thinking, weighing my options. And I was in a grocery store shopping, and I saw this woman in this sharp uniform. Yeah. Khakis, the hat, attention to detail was just amazing. And she came up to me, and she just started talking to me and told me that she's a chief in the United States Navy, and she's a recruiter. And would I like to come to her office and just talk about the military? So I said to her, I know about the military. My father is in the military. But I went and I listened to her and she told me her story, how she got in, and she was just so sharp. I was like, I'm gonna join the Navy. I joined on the spot. I went home and told my parents, and my father was like, you did what? No, you're supposed to go to college. You're not supposed to join the military like I did. But I joined it, and here I am now.
They're still partying on the
Florida A&M campus? Absolutely.
On the base also.
Well, no, not as much as I was at Florida A&M University, but yes, definitely. We had good times in the military. I don't regret any decisions that I made in regards to that.
Military, being in the military gives you a sense of discipline, though. Whether you think that that's what was missing, that was a little piece that really helped you out?
It definitely helped me out. I had discipline. I mean, I grew up in a military household.
Of course.
So I had the discipline. I just think that I wasn't mature enough at that time to go through college. And joining the military was, like I said, I don't regret any decisions I made. Mm-hmm. The military taught me so many things. It taught me additional discipline. I already had it from my father, who's in the military. I learned it on my own, being in the military myself. I met amazing people that I'm still friends with to this day. And I've been out of the military for 25 years. It gave me that diversity and thought. I can talk to anyone because I've experienced talking to people from all walks of life. That's one thing about the military. It's a melting pot. I met people from Ohio that lived in the country. I met people from New York City. And they all gave me the opportunity and the ability to interact with anyone. And I think that's a plus and an advantage when it comes to me. And I use that to this day. I can talk to anyone. I can relate to anyone because I've related to so many different people from so many different walks of life. That's what the military gave me, in addition to free college. So I did eventually go back to college. I have a Bachelor of Science degree in criminal justice with an emphasis on corrections from the University of New Haven. And I have a Master of Science in Public Policy and Administration from Southern Connecticut State University.
Oh, man. Well, that's good. That's good to hear because a lot of individuals, especially from our communities, face financial, hardships and going to college, not being able to adjust and not understanding that it might be okay to take a break and It's never too late to get back into it.
Never too late.
So that is a great example of that that people need to hear out there because financial aid doesn't cover everything anymore.
Right. And with the military, every state is different. Mm-hmm. But in Connecticut, if you are a veteran, you can go to a state university for free. Oh. My Master's of Science was free from the Southern Connecticut State University because I'm a veteran.
Wow. That's good news. See how I learned something today.
Yep. In addition to that, you also apply for the GI Bill and you get funding. So back then, which has been over 10 years, I got about $1,500 a month in addition to going to school for free because I was in the military.
Let's talk a little bit about parenting because sometimes are you as militant with your daughter as your father was with you?
I would say one thing, and my family and friends would probably say something different. I think I am firm with my daughter, but my friends tell me that I'm not. So I guess it depends on who you're asking. I think, because like I said, I am from a military family. I do have that discipline in me, and I try to instill it in my daughter, although she's only 6 years old. And I think it's working. I definitely think she has a higher level of maturity than the average 6-year-old. Just talking
These
to
kids
her.
are different. These kids are different.
They're different. But do I fall short on a lot of things? I'm sure I do. Because she's my baby. She's my one and only.
That's what people don't get about parenting. There is no guide. There is no rule book for every child is so different.
Yes.
How does it feel to get yourself thrown back into your face?
And my family tells me that, and my friends tell me that she is literally like a mini you. Like the conversations, the words that she uses, the mannerisms. I don't see it, but I just be like, you are 6 going on 16. Like, what did you just say? How do you even know what that word means? So yeah, they say it's me. She's a mini me.
They have access to information that we didn't.
Right.
I'm assuming she already has a phone.
She does not.
What?
No, sir. What? She does not have a phone. She does have a tablet. She thinks my phone is her phone.
Okay, there you go.
But she doesn't have her own phone.
Oh, okay. But still, she got a tablet.
Yes.
She still has access.
Absolutely.
Which for these kids, they're like a sponge. So, after 2 or 3 hours on that thing, they're like coming back with you with philosophies and questions, and you're like, did that device give you this?
Exactly. I ask my daughter all the time, where did you get that from? Who told you that? Oh, no one told me. Someone had to tell you. It didn't just come out of your mouth like that.
It's not that natural. It's not that natural.
It's not that natural.
Did you throw a brunch party on the first day of school?
I wanted to. It was like, yay, she got on the bus. But then I went to work. I was on the Registrar of Voters, and this is the most busiest time of the year for the Registrar of Voters all over the state because we're preparing for elections.
You're preparing for elections, so you're double checking for voter fraud and all these things that our great president is so concerned about.
And there really isn't a concern for that. The things that they're stating that can happen really don't happen.
So Elon Musk is not hacking the computer system and rigging?
No.
No, okay.
No. At least not in Connecticut.
At least not in Connecticut.
Everything's offline. Everything we do is offline in Connecticut.
So we still punch in?
We don't punch in.
We
actually got new tabulators.
Okay.
So they are 20th century now, but they are still offline.
Okay, but we're not doing chads. We don't do chads. No hanging chads here.
No. Not doing any of that stuff.
You are in a when you work for government, what are some misnomers or misconceptions about what it is that you do?
In regards to the Registrar of Voters, because I worked in I've been a public official all of my life. I worked with public service, starting with being in the military. I have 20 years with the Department of Correction, where I worked in many capacities. Correctional officer.
Yeah, well, we know what they do.
Correctional treatment officer.
We know correctional officer.
No, there's misconceptions about what in corrections as well. I hear a lot how, oh my gosh, they make so much money. They work all this overtime. Most of the time, it's not working it because they want to. It's because they have to. You get what's called ordered. If you work your 8 hours and someone doesn't show up and you're the low on the totem pole or it's your time, then you're forced to work 16 hours a day. And you're working in a dangerous environment. So I'll be the commercial for the Department of Correction. They deserve every penny they get for the work that they do.
That's crazy.
To keep our families safe, families that are incarcerated safe, and the community safe. They deserve every penny they get. They need to get more.
And in recent news, something went wrong at one of the facilities where they had to ship because they had like an overflow or something. And I mean, there's like emergency situations not outside of just, And so if you're tired and exhausted and you're expected to make sharp decisions, life or death decisions, not for yourself, only for yourself, but for your coworkers.
For others, yes.
That is strenuous. Wow. So
it is.
I did not know that.
It is. People have no idea what the correctional staff deal with on a daily basis.
So that's why I see people retiring after 10 years, 15
years. You have to
go
after 20 years. You should go. I retired at 20 years, and I didn't realize how stressed I was until I actually retired. You don't realize all of the stress that your body is carrying, and you may think like, oh no, I can do this another 30 years. No, when I retired after 20 years, it was like, Then I retired during COVID, so that was a whole nother thing.
Wow! So you retired, and then you were forced to stay. Then you were forced to stay in the house.
I was forced to stay in the house, but I loved every bit of it. My daughter was a baby, so I spent so much time with just me and my daughter.
There you go.
So it worked out. Not that I was happy that COVID happened, but there were some advantages to it for me. And for others, I'm sure, as well.
I was a stay-at-home dad for my second child. I mean, there's just nothing like seeing day to day the growth of your child.
It's amazing.
And to have that opportunity in this day and age to do something like that, I think is a true blessing. I mean,
it really is.
Outside of the sleepless nights, what was your favorite part?
I didn't have sleepless nights. My daughter was amazing. She loved to sleep.
Stop bragging.
To the point where I would have to go check on her because I was afraid. Me and her got along so well. We both like to sleep. So it worked out. I didn't have a lot of sleepless nights.
What do you do as a hobby?
I love to read. I don't get to read as often as I would like to because with my daughter, being the Registrar of Voters, and campaigning, I love to go to the beach. The beach is my peace. I spend many days at West Haven Beach. Even if I go just for 30 minutes, It's like a woo-saw for me. And obviously spending time with my daughter. Traveling is big for me. Haven't been able to do that lately. But my daughter has been catching flights since she was 6 months old.
Okay.
Because we love to travel.
Okay.
She even said to me this summer, because we didn't go anywhere, on a plane this summer. And she's like, Mommy, we didn't even get on a plane and I got to go back to school. So I said, don't worry, we'll get on a plane this year.
How spoiled are your kids when they say things like that?
I don't think it's spoiled. I think she is experiencing the world. I did the same thing. My father was in the military. Mm-hmm. We traveled all over the world, obviously. He was stationed in Germany. So while we were overseas, we went to Paris, we went to London because we were close. Mm-hmm, so we got on planes and trains and automobiles too. So she's just getting what I got. I don't think it's spoiled.
It's you know what? A good friend of mine said that it's blessed.
It's blessed. She's blessed.
That is it.
She is definitely blessed.
When kids don't travel and they're conscious, but I mean, you are in a very tumultuous time in your life. What do you do to decompress? I mean, that to me is very important. So how do you find the time, and what is it that you do?
I have to literally schedule the time, because if I don't schedule it, it's not going to happen, because there's so many things that I'm doing. So like I said, even if I take 30 minutes and drive to the beach and just sit there and watch the waves for 30 minutes, that's relaxing to me. That's decompressing to me. Even if I read a book, couple pages.
But you're scheduling it.
I have to schedule it.
Wow.
Because if I don't schedule it, it does not happen. It does not happen. And I need that relaxation, something to relax me, because it's a tense time for me, absolutely.
As opposed to military corrections, which is this as stressful, or do you think that these experiences prepared you for this level of stress?
The military and corrections definitely prepared me. Like I tell people, because being on this campaign trail, you hear things about you and people say negative things about you in hopes that people won't vote for you. Mm-hmm. And what I say to them is, I worked in 20 years in corrections and I was in the military. It's not really too much you can do that's going to affect me. I lead with integrity in everything I do. I know I'm not doing anything wrong or anything unlawful. You can say what you want. I literally just brush it off. Before I came here, I was on the phone with a friend as I was driving here. And my friend asked me that same question. He's like, Sean, I really don't know how you do it. All this stuff coming at you at one time. How do you do it? Number one, I do it with God on my side, with prayer. And the other reason is I'm built for this. I'm prepared for this.
Let's talk a little bit about having thick skin, because I don't have that. Mm-hmm. And most of these kids do not have it at all.
No, they
don't. They fall apart at a comment on their thread or on their post and forget it's the end of the world.
Yep. That's the world we live in.
Who do you get that thick skin from? Is it from dad or mom? Because it's always a foundation.
I think I get it from my experiences.
Okay.
I get it from my experiences. Of course, my father was in the military too. So, I'll probably say my father, because even when I joined the military, he sat me down and was like, it's going to be a lot of mind games played. Mm-hmm. But you got to remember, it's all a mind game. Don't let them get your mind. And when I went into boot camp, I just kept saying that to myself. Oh, it's mind games. I'm not going to fall into it. I still use that same concept today.
Well, okay.
It's mind games.
You see?
I'm not falling into it.
Yeah,
I know who I am.
I know there's always a foundational
you're right.
philosophy where it's that we've always go back to, especially during the harder times.
And it's probably my father.
Okay, so out of all the books you've read, what's some of your favorite books? What would you recommend?
I love Zora Neale Hurston.
Okay.
Their Eyes Were Watching God is one of my favorite books. The Coldest Winter Ever is also one of my favorite books.
Are you a rereader?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so
I am a rereader.
Okay.
Yes.
So you'll go back and
yes.
But it's like watching a movie, right? It's like you find
something different
every time you read it. And since you're in a different point in your life, right? With different experiences, the book becomes a different experience.
Absolutely.
Okay. Absolutely. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So you were saying?
And the Kindred, Octavia E. Butler. Those are probably my three favorites.
No, and why those three? What's about these books that?
I think, well, Zora Neale Hurston, she's just an amazing writer. And the experiences that she experienced in the time that she lived being so young. And also she was raised in Florida. Although she's not from Florida, but she was raised in Florida. I connected to her. And I actually met one of her relatives that live in Connecticut. I can't remember her niece's name, or great niece. But she's just amazing.
Now, the other two titles were?
The Coldest Winter Ever.
Okay.
And Kindred. So Octavia E. Butler.
Why the coldest winter ever? What was about that book that sticks out?
It's so gritty. And like you said, reading it from the first time I read it when I was younger and, experiencing relationships and things like that, and then reading it now where I'm more wise and I'm like, girl, but I still love to read I still love to read it because it's a different experience.
And Kindred?
Kindred is just... So
this is like a book club. We're in the book club.
Yes. It's the sci-fi, as she talks about like slavery period and her... Because I don't know if you know about Octavia E. Butler, but her going back into the past and seeing how we lived as slaves and being able to endure what slaves endured and then being brought back to the future, the present time. Mm-hmm. And it's like kind of like sci-fi, but it's also telling you, she's giving you the idea of what our ancestors endured.
Oh. And you mentioned 3 Black authors.
Yes.
So there are Black writers out there.
Absolutely.
I don't want to sound insulting,
Black writers.
That people, have a misconception of our cultures that you have literature. How important is that for you as a Black woman to go ahead and read and celebrate these perspectives of the culture?
You know what? I will say this. It's not even that I intentionally said, I'm going to read books by Black women. They just happen to be books that I like that happen to be written by Black women. Mm. So these artists are not just for Black people. Mm-hmm. They're for everyone. It just so happens that they are Black artists. Mm. And that's what's amazing about it. Mm. So I didn't go out seeking Black women. They just happen to be books that I read and picked up and I fell in love with. Mm.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Yes.
What about the beach? What about, my wife is the same way. She's an Aquarius, though, so
I'm a Cancer.
Okay. All right.
I'm the water sign.
Yeah. Is it from a childhood experience? It's
actually not. As a childhood, I actually had a very bad experience with the beach. I almost drowned. And for a long time, I didn't...
Tell us the story.
Yes.
Tell the story.
So we were at Jacksonville Beach, my family.
Yeah.
Me and my brother were on floats. My brother's younger than me, 2 years younger. He floated out too far. I tried to save him. And in trying to save him, I almost drowned myself. And then a stranger came out, saved me and my brother. So that was a very bad experience for me. So I stayed away from the water for a very long time after that.
Wow.
Then I joined the Navy. And in the Navy, in order to pass boot camp, you got to jump off a diving board into water. So I said to them, I don't know how to swim. I had a very bad experience. They said, do you want to pass boot camp? I said, yes, of course. They said, then you're going to jump off this diving board, whether you know how to swim or not. And I'm like, okay, you're going to come in and get me? They said, no, just do this, and you're going to come up. So I did this. I jumped off, and I did not come up. And they came in and got me. So then I had another bad experience. But I passed boot camp. And I was, obviously I was in the Navy. Mm. So, but I got past that. I learned how to swim. I'm not a strong swimmer, but I do know how to swim.
Okay, so that's probably why you didn't become a SEAL, because they throw you off a carrier for that one.
Oh, yeah. Well, at that time, and everything now, women weren't even allowed to be SEALs, but I actually took care of a lot of SEALs. I was responsible for their pay in the military. So I had a very close relationship with a lot of SEALs, too.
Okay. But their training is...
It's yeah. They deserve everything they get because they do a lot. It's amazing that anyone can do the things they do.
So your experience with the water has not been the best, but yet it is calming.
That is my calming place, absolutely. I love the sound of the beach, sound of the waves. I love looking at the water. Even now, I'm not a big person to go in the water. I go to the beach, I lay out, I read, I suntan, yes, suntan. And I just listen to the sound. It's relaxing. I don't necessarily have to get in the water.
Oh, wow. Very interesting. See how you get, that's a crazy how something that has created so much trauma is now viewed as something that is a source of peace in your whole life.
It's healing. It's a healing process.
But it's always like a reminder, like, you didn't get the best of me.
Yeah, because at this point, until you mention it, I don't even think about the fact that, like I almost drowned and then I had to jump off the diving board into the water. I don't even think about that now. I just go for the peacefulness of it.
There you go.
My daughter loves the beach too.
Oh, but you don't let no eyes off of her. That's for sure.
Oh no, absolutely not. No, that one has no fear of the water. She's been in swimming lessons since she was 6 months old, and that's another reason why, because I don't want her to have the fear that I had.
You have young people looking at you and what you're doing. Are you conscious that you're setting an example for little brown and black girls out there?
Absolutely. I have been the first in a lot of things in my life. And what I often say is, it doesn't matter who's first if nobody comes behind you. So I do this for the ones that are going to come behind me, not for me.
When you say you're the first, are you aware that you're the first and that there's a certain weight of carrying your ancestry into these things, or do you just go numb and just get to work?
It's a little of both. The Registrar of Voters, I'm the first person of color in Hamden to ever hold this position. I was voted in by 14,000 people. No one in the town of Hamden has had 14,000 voters for any position. So obviously the marketing and the media around that was, oh, first person. So I definitely feel the weight of it. But I lead with integrity in everything I do, and I try to be the best at everything I do. So regardless of if I was the first or the 50th, when I get in, I'm going to do the best that I can do. And have it laid out for the next person to come behind me and do the best that they can do.
There's a certain level of gatekeeping that some of our, predecessors have. Did you face some of that gatekeeping? Is that why you are really an open door for the next person or?
It's funny you use that word because I use that word a lot. I tell people all the time, I'm not a gatekeeper. I share the wealth. It doesn't matter who it is with. I've shared wealth with other candidates that are running for the same position as me because it's not about that with me. Everybody should be educated. And if I'm the one that can help someone else be educated, then that's what I'm here for.
You got all these soundbite answers. You know that you can talk all you want. You don't have to be short on this show. With that said, everyone petitioned successfully except one candidate.
Yes.
And that is amazing. Is it because, do you think that the town is that hungry for change, or are they hungry for having options?
No. The town is ready for change. And I'll say this. First of all, I'm very transparent in everything I say. I ain't no gatekeeper, and I keep it real. We have a current mayor that was not experienced to do the job that she has done for the past 3 years, to the point where everyone thinks that they can do it. If she did it, oh, I can do it too, is the mentality. And that's why we have so many people running, because they all feel that they can do the job, or they can do the job better than the person that's currently doing it. Or it's good money. She did it, why can't I do it? But we need more than that in Hamden. I am on row C on the ballot in Hamden. It's a hard battle. I've been separated from my team. I ran with a team of people. My team is on row B with another candidate, and I am on row C. But what I tell people is, on row C is courage, commitment, community, but most importantly, change. I am the only candidate that is experienced and assertive enough to get the job done. And that's what we need as a mayor in the town of Hamden. Change. C. Row C. Change.
You don't win. You don't. They just say. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're always. The mindset is always winning.
Absolutely.
But what would you like to? Even if you do not obtain your goal, how will you still influence change in the town of Hamden?
I already influence change in the town of Hamden. If I win or lose, I'm not going anywhere. I've lived in Hamden for 8 years. I'm raising my daughter in Hamden. I want Hamden to be the best place that it can be. I chaired the Arts Commission for 3 years. I brought change. People told me they wanted diversity in the arts that they see in Hamden, including in the summer concert series. That's what I did. I brought that diversity. I brought that change. Obviously, I'm the Registrar of Voters, first person of color. Oh, it's nice to see you as a person of color, but we want to see that in everything in our town. And I ensure that that happens. When you go vote, it's a diverse town. You want to see yourself reflected in the people that are working in your polls, right? I made sure that happened. I brought students into play. They were hiring, students here and there. I ensured that on the election day in the general election, that every polling location has at least 2 students working. They are getting that political experience, and they're getting work experience. I'm already affecting change. I'm just going to continue that as the mayor. But if I don't get it, it's okay. I'm still going to do what I do.
One last question before we go. What is the number one mistake that people make when they're registering to vote and they're filling out the card?
The number one mistake is people think that independent is really unaffiliated. But what they don't know in the town of Hamden, that independent is an actual party. We have about 450 people registered as independent. We have over 11,000 registered as unaffiliated. So most people that come to my office and they say, I want to register as an independent, they actually want to register as unaffiliated, which means that they are not aligned with any party. That's the biggest thing. So I train my administrative assistants, who I have a new one now. When someone comes in and they say, I want to register as an independent, you don't just register them as an independent. You say to them, are you aware that the independent is an actual party in the town of Hamden? And that unaffiliated is when you don't want to be involved in any party. And they say, oh, no, I want to be an unaffiliated. I don't want to be an independent. Yeah, 11,000 people don't want to have anything to do with a Republican or a Democrat.
You're talking about nonpartisan politics.
Yes.
You would assume that the whole town is Republican because of its background and demographic.
Oh, no. Hamden only has 4,500 registered Republicans. Hamden is a Democratic town. Wow. We have over 19,000 registered Democrats.
Wow.
And 11,000 unaffiliated. Republicans, 4,500, very little.
Wow. Okay. Good to know. But in order to vote in any primary, you have to be part of the party.
Absolutely. It's a Democratic municipal primary on September 9th. You have to be a Democrat in order to vote.
Very good. I think we covered just about everything we can cover.
I think
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure. I could be getting chimes and buzzes on our phones. That means that People are clamoring to get at us again, especially you right now.
Yes.
Thank you so much for finding the time to come down here and sharing with us everything that's Sean Howard.
Lushonda D. Howard, also known as Sean.
Sean, okay, so Sean.
Yes.
See, it's my New Haven accent. I go Sean. But anyway, with that said, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And good luck out there on the campaign trail. And you know what? Congratulations on being the best mom ever.
Oh, appreciate that. I try.
Stop it. You're doing a great job. We all are. You know, we're all working hard.
We're doing the best we can.
Oh, you know, sometimes overcompensating.
Indeed.
There you go.
I'm guilty of it.
There you go. With that said, this is the Jose Candelario Show. You already know, like, subscribe, and please share. That's the only way that people can get the word out. Thank you again, Ms. Howard.
Thank you. Take care.